In our last video, we showed you 3 upper structure combinations to play voicings over a 2-5-1 and a 2-sub-5-1. And we received a few questions regarding how to use upper structures for improvisation and not just for voicings. So today, let's take a look at how to apply upper structures to create lines for improvisation. And definitely stick around until the end of the video where I'll show you how to download the PDF for today's lesson. So let's take a 2-5-1 in the key of F major. That's G minor 7 to C7 to F6. In step 1, we're going to use the minor triad on the 6th degree of a dominant chord. So over C7, we would play an A minor triad. This triad adds the 13th to our dominant chord. And the 13th is a great target note to use over dominant chords. And the other 2 notes in our upper structure triad are just the 1 and the 3 of the chord. So this upper structure is going to sound very much inside. Now, I want you to think of a line that uses a section of the Dorian scale over the 2 chord that targets the 13th of our dominant chord. In our example, the 2 is G minor 7. So we can use any section of the G Dorian scale. So we can play something like this. So all the notes are from G Dorian, and we're targeting A, the 13th of our C7 chord. Now, just play an A minor arpeggio like this. Notice that I'm changing the direction of the line to create a more angular shape. Finally, we'll follow the line with a nice target note for the 1 chord, F6. Let's use the 6th, our D here. So now we've created a line that works on a 2-5-1 using the upper structure and target notes. Let's do it in all keys. When you practice this line in all keys, remember to have a mental picture of what you're doing. Remember, we're starting the line on the 5th of the 2 chord. If, let's say, we're in B flat major, then the 2 chord is a C minor 7. So we're going to start on G, the 5th, and play an ascending line using notes from the C Dorian scale and targeting the 13th of our 5 chord, F7, which is the D note. Then we play a descending minor arpeggio and target the 6th of our 1 chord, B flat. So now let's do it in all keys. In step 2, let's take a look at another upper structure over the 5 chord. But this time, let's borrow the 5 chord from another mode. Let's use the altered scale. Remember, we can always alter a 5 chord. So instead of pairing it with the Mixolydian scale, you would pair it with the altered scale. Now, a great upper structure to use over a dominant 7 altered is the flat 2 minor add 9 chord. So over C7 altered, we can play a D flat minor add 9. This gives us quite a few interesting tensions, the flat 9, the sharp 9, and the flat 13. And now we can use the exact same concepts we used on step 1 and get this. Remember that we have an entire course on upper structures if you're curious about this topic. Check it out on mDecks.com. Notice that now we're targeting the flat 13 of our dominant chord instead of the natural 13. So A flat instead of A natural. And at the end, I'm changing the 1 chord's target to the 5th just because I like it more for this line. So now let's play it in all keys. And remember to think of the concepts that you're using while you're using them. Finally, in step 3, I want to show you how you can play the exact same line using octave displacement and get an interesting variation of it. So instead of playing the arpeggio descending, let's shift it an octave higher like this. Using octave displacements is a great way to play something different using the same exact concepts. So now let's do it in all keys. As usual, all of our members will receive a PDF with today's lesson. And if you're not a member yet, what are you waiting for? Click on that join button. And if you want access to all of our other exclusive member content, go ahead and check out our music theory journal on mDecks.com. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. What's your favorite upper structure to use while improvising?